Welcome to 1 Minute Crypto. I'm your host, Chronos, and today I want to talk about a logical fallacy that I see a lot in the cryptocurrency space. It's called ad hominem, and it's Latin. It literally means to the person, which means using the person as part of your logical argument. In this video, we're going to talk about why this is such a powerful argument for humans, and then we'll talk about why it's bad, why it's not logically sound. We'll give a specific example in the Bitcoin space where I've seen this come up. But first, I want to thank our sponsor, America's Card Room, the most trusted US online poker site. Be sure to use the bonus code Chronos when you create your account and you'll get up to $50 in free cash. Deposit with your favorite cryptos at America's Card Room. So the logical fallacy ad hominem basically says the source of this argument is poor, therefore the argument is poor. And the reason that's such an effective persuasive technique for humans is that we consider the reputation of the person when we hear an argument. Let me give you a specific example. If somebody said, you know what feels really good is when I put pencils in my ear. It just feels so good. And I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. I've never tried that before. So I start sticking pencils in my ear. The next day I'm feeling a bit depressed. He walks up to me and says, well, why are you feeling down, Chronos? I'm like, well, I'm deaf in one ear because I stuck pencils in it. And he might say, oh, I know the perfect cure for depression. I just eat a spoonful of baking soda and chew it up and swallow it. That cures my depression instantly. Now I need to consider the source of that message. It's less likely that baking soda cures depression because I'm receiving the information from someone who just caused me to go deaf in one ear. That's using the reputation of the argument in order to live your life. And people do this all the time. It's an effective way to live. But in the logical sphere, that's an ad hominem fallacy because you're using the source. Imagine if I'm debating the Bitcoin block size and I say the Bitcoin block size should be X. And you say to me, no, it should not be X because I know someone who thinks that and they are a nut. Well, that's not a solid argument. Coming up with some crazy guy who agrees with your opponent does not discredit your opponent. Even attacking your opponent's reputation should not discredit his argument. That's an ad hominem fallacy. And a specific example of this is there's someone in the Bitcoin community who put forward a proposal to reduce the block size limit to 300 kilobytes. Now that's even smaller than it is today, and that wasn't a very popular proposal. But one of the reasons people argued against it was because this person also has other strange views. For example, he thinks that the Earth is at the very center of the universe. Now, most people think the Earth is not, like maybe that the universe has no center, or maybe there's some other center, but it's unlikely to be the Earth. And so they would say, he thinks this about the Earth, therefore the block size should not be 300 kilobytes. You can see how that would not be logically connected, because if he died or didn't exist, that wouldn't change what the block size should be. So that's an ad hominem fallacy. You can see how the arguments are not connected when you look at it that way, but still that's a very effective argument, even though it's a fallacy, because people intrinsically consider reputation when they're thinking about whether something's true or not. I want to hear what you think about ad hominem, so let me know in the comments below the video. I'm Chronos. Thanks for watching.